How did Ao, the Mizukage's assistant, end up with a Byakugan? And what does it have to do with a Hyuga clan member in the bingo book? That is the question we are going to try to answer today, because all we know about Ao and his Byakugan are that he received it after battling and defeating a Hyuga clan member a while ago. What is the a while ago? Who was the clan member? What were the circumstances? We don't know the answers to those questions. Well, at least for the moment, we don't. But before we get into answering any question, guys, please, for me, like this video, subscribe to the page, and hit that noti bell. But before we get into that, guys, we got a sponsorship today from somebody we've talked about before on this page, and that would be Raid Shadow Legends. This is a game that is redefining what it means to be a mobile game. Raid brings a console-level gaming experience to your cell phone. But just because you're at the top does not mean you do not keep digging upwards. And that is exactly the philosophy that Raid subscribes to. Come play Raid for a multitude of reasons. The almost endless amount of tactics and champion combinations you can use, the bosses, the dungeon runs, the campaign battles, the PvP arenas. This level of customization makes it very easy to develop your characters in Raid your way. But let's talk about some of these characters. There's characters like Bellinor, the High Elf. This man embodies guerrilla warfare. He'll hit you as hard as he can and then run. This makes him fantastic for clan bosses. His ability to decrease the defenses of upper level bosses is critical to have a good raiding party. But that's not all he does. By just having Bellinor as the leader of your raid, he increases all allies' critical chances by 24%, and he increases the critical chance of everybody on his team by 30% if he hits a crit with his default attack. Pair him with Zavia and her Poison Rain ability, and you are unstoppable. Let's talk about somebody who doesn't hide. Ignatius, a member of the Ogrin tribes. Now, this champion loves fire, about as much as Madara or any Uchiha for that matter. Just like an Uchiha, he can control his enemies. His second skill casts a team-wide provoke on all enemy champions, and his third skill puts an HP burn debuff on all of those enemies. Remember when I said this man didn't run away? Yeah, his damage scales off his defense. The chunkier you make this man, the harder he hits. This champion is the embodiment of an all-arounder, just as good as he is in a boss battle as he is in a PvP arena. But what's new to Raid? Why check back in? Well, there's a new boss rotation called the Hydra, a four-headed snake dragon where each head has a separate ability. On top of that, there's new events and tournaments every single day, like the new Valentine's Day event going on right now, where you can get your hands on a brand new legendary champion. This is the best time to get started in Raid, and if you click the link in my description or scan my QR code here on the screen, you'll get cool bonuses. And I'm not just talking stocking stuffers, we're talking a free champion, Vergus, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard, so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in game. And who knows, maybe you'll get one of the heroes that I talked about earlier. All of this treasure will be waiting for you here. So what are you guys waiting for? Load on up, I'll see you in there. I'm gonna be a little bit less explosive with my arm movements today on account of very new healing tattoos. So the Byakugan is one of, if not the biggest secret that Konoha keeps. It's like Naruto was the Jinchuriki, the Byakugan, and Orochimaru's killed roughly 200 people. Those are the three things we were keeping to ourselves. So how did possibly the biggest secret that Konoha tries to keep a lid on end up in the face of a Jonin from the Hidden Mist? In Naruto, the best explanation we get is simply that Ao defeated a Hyuga clan's member and plucked the eye out of his face and slapped it into his. But there's a couple of problems with this theory. There's two different kinds of people that Ao could have taken this Byakugan from: a main branch member and a side branch member. But each of those possibilities actually raises more questions and problems. Let's say hypothetically that Ao takes the eye from a main branch member. This would make sense because the main branch members don't have the cursed seal. Therefore, upon death, their eyes, aka their Byakugans, are not sealed away and destroyed. So if Ao murders a main clan member and then takes one of their eyes, that makes sense. The only problem is main clan members are usually protected by swaths of side clan members, and they're almost all directly related to Hayashi Hyuga, Hinata's father. And if the Hyuga incident, where a Jonin from the Hidden Cloud tried to abduct Hinata to restart the Third Great Ninja War and Hayashi found him and killed him, proved anything, it's that if you mess with the main clan family, Hayashi or anybody from the main clan will find you and kill you. So to assume that Ao got away with murdering a main clan member, stole one of the eyes, and nobody from the Hyuga clan or Konoha ever came after him is hard to believe. But then there's the side clan family. And if Ao defeated a Hyuga clan member from the side clan, their curse seal would activate and seal away their eyes forever, thus destroying them. So conventional knowledge dictates that it's a possibility that Ao didn't actually kill the Hyuga member he was fighting, that being the side clan member. In fact, Ao maybe just knocked them out or made it so they stopped moving. And just like Danzo did to Shisui, plucked out one of his eyes and put it into his own face. This theory makes sense because we know nothing really about the curse seal outside of the fact that it seals your eyes when you die. So if hypothetically you have one of your eyes pulled out while you're alive, does the curse seal still destroy that eye? And while all chakra is connected, and this is entirely possible, it's never laid out for us. So it's safe to assume that the activation of the curse seal requires that your eyes are still in your face. But this theory still runs into the problem of that is Konoha and the Hyuga's best kept secret. Sure, of course, a side branch family member dying to a member from the Hidden Mist isn't as big a deal as if they were main branch, but that corpse coming up with one less eye? Now that's a big problem. Konoha and the Hyuga clan would have relentlessly hunt down Ao in order to get this Byakugan back. It could have very easily started a war, especially considering that this battle probably happened somewhere in the time period of the Third Great Ninja War. Whether it was after it, before it, or during it, we don't necessarily know. It's most likely safest to assume that it was during it because Konoha and the Hidden Mist were at war during the Third Great Ninja War. This is where they made Rin into the Jinchuriki of Isobu and sent her back to Konoha, kind of like a Trojan horse. So to assume that Ao, a Hidden Mist shinobi, would bump into a Hyuga clan member is not insane during this time period. But regardless, the Hyugas stay on top of not letting their Byakugan fall into the hands of other people. It is literally the entire reason they have a main branch and a side branch. So even if this side branch member slipped up, why did nobody ever go looking after Ao, who was very publicly known to have a Byakugan? I mean, he was single-handedly responsible for finding out Yagura, the fourth Mizukage, was under Obito's Genjutsu. You can't do that without a Byakugan. It makes no sense to me that Hayashi and Hiruzen wouldn't have relentlessly hunted down Ao, unless consider the third possibility that Ao actually did the Hyuga clan a service by defeating said Hyuga clan member. Now this is as tinfoil theories get, but it has also been a theory on internet forums about Naruto for roughly 10 years, so stick with me here. When we first see Itachi's image in the bingo book, on the page next to Itachi's entry, there is a man who looks a lot like a Hyuga. In fact, he looks exactly like a Hyuga. Pale eyes with no corneas and long brown hair. He even has the two bangs in front and the long hair out the back. He looks exactly what like Neji would look like if Neji had not become a pencil holder. We have seen dozens of members of the Hyuga clan. They don't all look like Neji or Hayashi or Hizashi with the long brown hair. Some have short hair, some wear do-rags. They all look very different. There's no one style to the Hyugas, except amongst the leaders of each side of the family. Neji and Hizashi, the leader of the side branch family until he killed himself in the Hyuga incident, wear this look. Hinata's mother, Hinata's father, Hayashi, Hinata, and Hanabi all wear this look. And this man was on the same page as Itachi in the bingo book. You don't just waltz into the bingo book. These are high-level ninja who have been blacklisted by Konoha. In fact, your name being in the bingo book means that they are going to send Anbu or Hunter Ninja after you in order to kill you and also completely erase all evidence of your body ever being there. I'm not kidding. It is literally stated they will eradicate your body until there is no traces of it left behind. And this is to protect Leaf secrets usually. So what did this Hyuga clan member do that was so egregious that there was going to be Anbu Black Ops members sent after him to kill him and eradicate the evidence of his existence? There's a couple of theories you could run with. He was a main clan family member who fell out of love with the Hyugas and decided to move out of the Leaf. But the only problem is, because he's a main clan member, if he leaves the Leaf, he's no longer protected by the side branch of the family. And if he goes out into the wild and dies, those Byakugans are up for grabs. In fact, it's almost guaranteed that he was a member of the main branch family, because if he was a member of the side branch family, they could simply activate his curse seal and kill him. The curse seal, yes, will destroy your Byakugan if you die, but it is also able to be controlled by main branch family members in order to cause incredible pain or death. There's also the possibility that he was selling the secrets of the Hyuga. And this is the theory that seems most likely to me. Simply defecting from the main clan wouldn't probably put you in the bingo book. Hayashi would probably try and reach out to you in order to bring you back into the fold, or put a curse seal on you so you could go adventure outwards. Like, it's not good to leave the family, but we're not gonna destroy your body and all the evidence of your existence because you did. But think about it. The Cloud basically fought Konoha in the Third Great Shinobi World War in order to access the Byakugan. People outside of Konoha think that Konoha's true strength is the Hyuga clan. I mean, the Hyuga clan are regarded as the strongest clan in Naruto, so naturally other villages want access to this power. So think about how valuable somebody who could key in other villages to this power would be. How does the Byakugan work? How do we counteract it? These kinds of things. Even crazier than that, why did Ao only get one of the Byakugan? You could state because he can't deactivate it, and therefore he would have to go basically completely blind if he slapped two into his face, because he would have to cover them for them not to take all of his chakra, which is fair, probably the real reason. But what if this Hyuga clan member only had one Byakugan? What if this Hyuga clan member sold off one of his Byakugan to another village? Because think about it, even if Ao doesn't want to put both of these eyes into himself because he doesn't want to cover up both of his eyes, Ao wanted nothing more than to climb the ranks of the Hidden Mist and keep an eye on the Mizukage. And he achieved that down the line through incredible hard work. And it's lovely that he acquired a Byakugan. But why didn't he take the other one? You want to get into the good graces of the Mizukage, offer them a Byakugan. Take one of the Byakugans and take it to a lab that you guys use to build your seven swordsmen of the mist, basically, and identify how it works. Backwards engineer the cells. Why just take one like your Donzo plucking Shisui's fruit? I try to think about a good reason for it, and I can't settle on any, unless there was only one to take. So this man who was selling Konoha and the Hyuga's secrets to other villages, and even possibly one of his eyes, met up with Ao one time. This either could have been through coincidence or to sell Konoha's secrets to him. Ao realizes he wants more than just secrets and attacks him. And since this person is a main clan member, when Ao kills him, he can simply pull an eye out of his face, the only one that's remaining. Ao then pulls his own eye out and throws in the new one like Madara did with Kakashi's. Because in the Naruto verse, it's just like screwing in a light bulb. Don't let anybody tell you that ophthalmology is difficult. They're lying. To the literally one ophthalmologist that may be watching this video, I'm sorry. I respect what you do. Also, while I have you, do blue light glasses work? Let me know. Ophthalmology is eye doctors, by the way. So now look at the optics of this encounter. Ao has essentially murdered a traitor of the leaf. This would be like if Kakuzo bumped into Itachi and murdered him. While the leaf wouldn't be like, we love you, they'd be like, thanks for doing that one for us. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, you know? And it makes sense that they wouldn't pursue him because A, they wouldn't have an idea that this Hyuga clan member was dead for a while. They were looking for him. They didn't know where he was. And B, when they hear about Ao having a Byakugan, they can assume because they have such a tight grip on all the Byakugan in their clan that he most likely got it from that Hyuga clan member, who he either plucked it from or bought it from. And not wanting to show the Hyuga in a light of weakness or instability, because either of those circumstances, if it was purchased, would be instability, if it was plucked would be weakness, they decided not to pursue him. I mean, think about the image of the Hyuga. They're considered the strongest clan in the strongest village in the world. They are infallible. The system that they set up between the main and the side branches is impenetrable, but it is also daunting. Imagine you are a side branch member and you find out that the Byakugan has been leaked to another village. Why do I have this curse mark on my head then? Here I am living under the boot of the main branch family with a curse mark that can destroy my neurons if I act up. And yet a main branch member lost their Byakugan because he defected, because he sold the secrets of the thing that I am giving my life to protect. You don't move on that. In fact, you hope that it doesn't come to light. In fact, you actively work to squash all rumors of Ao's existence. The second you show a weakness in the Naruto verse, you disappear. The Uchihas showed a weakness, they died. The Uzumakis showed a weakness, they died. The Hyuga were not going to follow that lead. There is also a fourth way that Ao could have gotten this Byakugan. We learn in Itachi's first light novel, Book of Bright Light, that there is a person by the name of Mukai Kohinada, whose family spun out of the Hyuga clan generation ago. They left the Hyuga clan and bred outside of Konoha with other people. So the Hyuga clan bloodline diluted inside of them. Because of this, Mukai Kohinada actually only awoke one Byakugan in one of his eyes. His other eye was just a pupil. This means that if you take Hyuga blood and you breed it out elsewhere, you eventually will end up with just one Byakugan. And if you are not in the Hyuga clan, they don't have the ability to slap a curse seal on you. And while it is rare that the Hyuga clan allows people to breed from the Hyuga clan outside of the protection of the Hyuga clan, it's happened, clearly. Mukai Kohinata exists. So it's a possibility that Ao bumped into one of these people who happened to have one Byakugan and no curse seal and just yanked it out of their face. But that's way less interesting than my bingo book theory, so we're gonna go with that one. And that's all I got. There's very little evidence to substantiate this claim, but those are the best kinds of claims. No, they're not. I'm sorry. Use secondary resources, cite your resources, and only believe accredited resources, literary articles. Do not believe misinformation. If you see a video and they're like,
an article said that messy people are actually smarter.
Look for the article, see what university it came from, read the abstract, at least, please. We're dying in an age of misinformation. But yeah, I hope you liked my theory. And if you did like my theory, please, for me, like this video, subscribe to the page, and hit that noti bell. That's Instadome. You know what? Actually, branch family members' curse seal probably does activate upon pulling their eye out of their face. Think about it. It activates when blood stops pumping to the eye, i.e. the heart stopping. So if you pull an eye out of a face, it's not gonna be getting blood anymore. So it should hypothetically get destroyed, considering that all chakra is connected, and therefore the curse seal would hypothetically be able to reach outside of the body. I don't know.